Hello everybody, welcome back to the Mindcrack server. Hello, hello, hello. Here we are. Back, the sherds having been dealt with appropriately. Let's get rid of some of this shit. Shall we? So I thought kind of long and hard about, what is it we gotta do today? You're not gonna like the answer, but it's an easy thing to do and, generate content on. It's time to go ancient debris mining. That's right. Getting that ancient debris. I don't have shears somewhere. Let's see. Apparently not. Well, I should be able to get us shears at least. Yay. Okay. How's it going, everyone? Today, we're going to talk about sports and the Super Bowl. Oh, what's this? Aw, happy St. Valentine's Day. Thank you. Thanks, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Happy Valentine's Day. So, what is up today? It is time for the debris mines. That old chestnut. Because I was trying to think what's the, most time-consuming thing left. And also, there's only so much ancient debris, again, because of the world border. So, we just got to get after it. So, we're going to be bed bombing. Got a fair bit of sheep here. It's a party on the server tonight. 5 people on the Mindcrack server in the year 2024. Mindcrack in 2024? Likelier than you might think. I'm not going to steal the villagers' beds. I'm better than that. Okay, I don't really have anything to brew fire resist with, but it's cool. So we're going to talk about sports and offer my final take on Super Bowl 58 and the end of maybe the most miserable football season of my lifetime as Michigan walks away with the college football championship. Chiefs walk away with the Super Bowl, 2 of my most hated teams. It doesn't get worse than that, everyone. So let's talk about a few things about sports. Let's get a few things right. What's the best? What's the best ancient debris Minecraft level? 14. So let's get a few truths about sports out there. Here's one truth. It is almost as fun to root against a sports team as it is to root for a sports team. I say almost. Some people have said this before, but sports is supposed to be entertainment. And just as much as you've got to have heroes, you've got to have villains, right? Gotta have villains to make sports fun. Like, the Eagles' win over the Patriots is so much, in the Super Bowl, is so much sweeter because, you know, they were such underdogs and the Patriots were so villainous, right? Okay, really? Gotta have villains. That's just the way it works. Now, but you should never root against a team at the expense of your own team. Like, say, you know, say you'd rather the Bills fail than your team win. Or, you know, I remember years ago visiting the Bears subreddit and, like, the name page for it had, like, fuck the Packers in it. Like, what? You guys can't even root for your own team? Your number one objective is fuck the Packers? That's weak. That's weak. God damn it. I think we all know how weak sauce that is. But it's fun. So just as much as I'm a Broncos fan, I enjoy being a hater. And yes, I know. We're gonna... And the thing about football is, especially compared to other sports, I mean, look at the views for the Super Bowl, 120 million people or whatever. It's so much bigger than all the other sports in the country that it's so much greater when you win, and it stings so much more when a team you hate wins. And parity in the NFL, I mean, it's really bad right now. Like, so I compiled the list, y'all. All right? I compiled the list. Ow. No Debris. Let me get that off the screen. No lava either, which makes my life easier. Almost. Almost. So again, as I said, in the past decade, only 6 teams have won the Super Bowl. Thankfully, my team was one of those 6 teams. That's cool. Although that decade status is rapidly on the way out. But do be like that sometimes. You know, we need to go this way. And we immediately have paid for it by the 3 teams I really hate are the Patriots, Chiefs, and Raiders. The Patriots had one dynasty from... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Damn it. The Patriots had one dynasty in the early 2000s. Then, despite being extremely good, they somehow managed to not win the Super Bowl for 10 years. Then from 2014, so I have my criteria for dynasty. You have to win 3 championships, and you can only have a gap of 2 years between the championships, because someone can't three-peat and have a dynasty within your dynasty, right? That don't work. No dynasty within the dynasty. Dynasties can't overlap, but you can't have like a full, complete dynasty within one team's dynasty, right? That just doesn't work. So we have the Patriots dynasty from 2014 to 2018, and then now, literally the next season, we didn't get a break. There was no break. The Patriots win the Super Bowl in 2018. Boom, 2019, Chiefs win the Super Bowl and start their own dynasty. So, across the major sports, the NFL has had the worst parity, which is amazing because in this time in the NBA, the same teams play each other in the finals 4 years in a row, and somehow the NFL is worse. So, in the past 10 years, oh Lord, I didn't see any debris in there, so. So only 6 teams have won the Super Bowl. 7 teams have won the NBA Finals. Oh, there's some. As crazy as it is to think about, it's true. The most parity is baseball. Only the Astros have won the World Series twice in the past decade. Nine different teams in 10 years have won the World Series. So, only, in fact, women's basketball. So I also did a system where I just, so like 6 teams have won the Super Bowl, 11 teams have appeared. So I gave them 5.5. So you get a half point for a different team that was just made an appearance. So the NFL graded out at 11.5. College football is worse at only a 10.5, but not too much farther behind the NFL. And then, and actually women's basketball grade out the same as the NFL, because I gave them an extra 0.5 point because they didn't have a championship in 2020. So kind of split the difference and gained an extra 0.5. We were prepared. Start of many Debris. And I'm going to tell you, it really sucks. It sucks. It sucks to hate the Chiefs so much and see them succeed. Got even worse this year with the whole Taylor Swift thing. I mean, listen, I only hate the Taylor Swift thing because it's the Chiefs. I hope I've made this very clear. If she was dating Trevor Lawrence, that's awesome. It's just with it being the Chiefs, it's just such front run. It just feels so front runnery to me. That's the thing about it. It's just these guys are already owning the NFL. Now they have the world's biggest pop star on their side and all this shit. And it's also the rivalry between, what I really care about is the rivalry between Denver and Kansas City. And some of you guys might not know this, but I've spent lots of time in Kansas City. And Kansas City is a pretty cool town. Probably just based on value, cost of living to coolness of town. Probably the best value city in America. Straight up. So that's neat. Of course, it's hope you're okay with having nothing to do. Because there is nothing to do outside of Kansas City. There's no nature. It's just in the middle of nowhere. But, sports at the end of the day, at least for me, some people just have all their random sports teams. It's rooting for my city against your city. Thank you, Lava. And my city's doing really well. We won the Stanley Cup, we won the NBA Finals. Nothing to complain about there. It just sucks. And the other crazy thing is, let's talk about the AFC West. These are the cities that are not really our rivals. Now, Los Angeles, we can't really compete with Los Angeles. I mean, they have twice the teams. They're in a different weight class, right? Los Angeles, Chicago, New York. I mean, those cities, they're fighting amongst each other. Boston, they're not really, though I hate Boston, they're not really directly competing with us, right? There's too much history and all that, Okay, come on. Is there really? Okay, fine. So that's the thing. But look at the cities in the AFC West and what's been happening. Denver, just recently, you've got the Stanley Cup. Oh, well, that's easy. Makes my job a little easier. And the NBA Finals. So 2 championships recently. Kansas City, 3 championships recently. And then Los Angeles, they won the 2 championships in the bubble, and then they won MLS Cup last year. And then Las Vegas has just won the Stanley Cup this past year. Like, out of all the football division cities, the AFC West is just going crazy in the championships arms race. And Las Vegas even has the 2 WNBA championships. So, even though I don't think the WNBA has reached the major sports league level, I have a definition for that too. If the WNBA finals, they've got to hit 1 million viewers. MLS Cup, believe it or not, gets... Oh my god. It blew up the ground underneath me. Thank you. Believe it or not, gets 1 million viewers. I know, hard to believe. But actually, I think the WNBA will get there. Same with the NWSL. Maybe even the hockey one day. That'd be awesome. More women's sports. We'd love to see it. But let's just throw in the WNBA for fun. So, you got Vegas 3 championships this decade. Los Angeles 4 championships. These are the Rams. But they kind of don't count because, we're talking about the Chargers getting LA and AFC West. But sure. Los Angeles 4 championships. The Lakers, Dodgers, Rams, LAFC. Kansas City 3 for the Chiefs. And Denver, Avalanche and Nuggets. We're last. We have 2 championships this decade and we're last. What is happening? Fuck you, lava. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's really the number, because it used to be, okay, the Broncos have 3 Super Bowls, the Raiders have 3 Super Bowls, the Chiefs only have 1. Well, now the Chiefs have 4. So, and my dad was like, hey, Brady with the Patriots, he only won 6. Like, that was supposed to make me feel better. Like, Chiefs might only win 6 Super Bowls with Mahomes. I mean, listen, I'll say this. Oh no, this is bad. That was lengthy exposure. Listen, I understand what everybody's like, who's chasing Tom Brady. Even with 3, that's still a little too crazy. I do think he's the most talented quarterback we've ever seen, and it feels like he'll never lose. But you got to understand, he's got to do all this again, win 3 more Super Bowls. 3 more! And he's still 1 behind Brady. And I mean, if he does, then the NFL is truly just broken. No one's going to want to watch the Kansas City Chiefs football league, right? Like, so... Like, where is the fun in that, God damn it, dude. Ah! Oh, come on. Fucking lava. So, this is what I'm talking about. It stinks. And, you may say, you're being a whine or whatever. But I'm telling you, first of all, if you're not already mad at the Chiefs, it hasn't happened to your team yet, it will. Second of all, if it happened to a rival of yours, you're going to have you wouldn't be happy. That I can assure you. Because shit ain't fun. Like, imagine your NFL team and a team in your division just went to 4 Super Bowls in 5 years and won 3 of them. Probably wouldn't be very happy. Probably wouldn't be feeling great about yourself. So, getting the laughs while you can, I suppose. And the other thing that just gets it is it's just like, Kansas City, I said all those things, that Kansas City's cool, but Kansas City's here getting World Cup knockout games. Arrowhead Stadium is 50 years old. And meanwhile out here, Denver can't get a single World Cup game. And Kansas City's getting all this shit. It's like, listen, I don't think there's really much, if anything, that Kansas City does. What the fuck are you doing? We live in a society. Skeleton down here at why go fuck yourself in the nether. What the hell? What the hell is that? So, I mean, even though that we've won those 2 championships, it still feels like we're playing catch up to frickin' Kansas City. It's like, it's so aggravating. It's so aggravating. Because, that's what makes it fun. Like, if you wanted to argue, like, Seattle is better than Denver, like, I could hear your arguments. Like, the only real argument for Kansas City is you just kind of like the Midwest culture better. Whatever that means. And actually, don't get me wrong, I like Kansas City as a city. I'm actually fine with them getting World Cup games. I would have taken one of Philly, Boston, or New York. Because people up there in the Eastern Seaboard, it would have been much easier for them to travel. So, you can't take away New York. So I would have taken away Boston or Philadelphia, actually, even though they're bigger cities because of their proximity. Like, take away Philadelphia. Like, they could easily get to the games in New York. Like, it's not an issue. Look how isolated Denver is. I mean, Phoenix didn't even get anything. So, that's the rivalry. That's what makes it fun. But man, football has been very, very unfun in the recent years. Let me tell you. Okay, so we have 1 ingot. So how many do we need? Okay, so we need 1 for the lodestone. Don't know what the tabs are. Why am I an idiot? Where's the one with all the swords? Oh, it was over there. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, so we need 10. So 10 times 4 is 40. So we need 36 more. I've already got this. We need 36 more ancient debris. Oh boy. How I look forward to that. And how you, dear viewer, look forward to that. So what's the number I actually care about? The number I actually care about is overall championships. So Kansas City and Denver are now both tied at 8. Okay. So Kansas City has 4 Super Bowls, 2 World Series, 2 MLS Cups. Denver has 3 World Series, 3 Stanley Cups, MLS Cup, NBA Finals. If you want to take out MLS, fine. Denver's actually winning 7-6. So that's that's the fight, and it's crazy. It's crazy, the championship fights. So yeah, today I was tired as the Super Bowl, and I was still feeling kind of depressed, especially because so many of these Chiefs victories have been so close. They almost never win these playoff games in blowouts. They're always such tight games, and they execute so perfectly. They never miss a field goal. They always, just find a way. I mean, it's so aggravating. It's just so aggravating. Just, I mean, 13 seconds against the Bills. You know, this overtime game, down big against the Eagles. All this shit. I saw that. I finessed you. Ugh. 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 But listen, I'm not actually, like, emotionally broken. I can't tell you... I'm trying to think the one sequence that actually emotionally got... the Avalanche blowing a 2-0 lead to the Golden Knights in 2021 and losing 2-4 was awful. I didn't watch the hockey semifinals that year, and I normally do. So I just couldn't do it. You know, the actual worst gut punch sports losses back to back were September 2018, where right around the same time the Rockies had a chance to win the NL West, our only chance, basically, for the next 20 years, as long as Ohtani's with the Dodgers, to win the NL West, and we go down to Los Angeles, basically able to clinch it, and we get swept. In one of the games, Puig hit a walk-off home run to win. And then, like, the next night, we played Monday Night Football, Mahomes' rookie year, and everybody, you can already tell that this guy's different, right? And everybody's losing their shit over him. And then he throws a left-handed touchdown pass with, like, 1 minute left to beat us on Monday Night Football. Just the gut punch of those two things. Ugh. Ugh. That's probably the lowest sports-wise. So, but does it, like, emotionally, you know, consume my entire body, my well-being? No. Like, I don't base my self-worth off the results of these sporting events. It's not like elections or things like that. These have actual tangible, you know, significant impacts on people's lives. Right? You know, you can't get too invested. Like, people who are like, I'm so stressed, like I can't even watch this game. I can't even do it. It's like, listen, if you're so invested in sports that it is destroying your health, you should stop. Like, it's just not good. Just, you know, you can't take it that seriously. Sorry if I stole your wool. Couldn't resist. Yeah, so if sports just, you know, makes you so furious that you can't think straight or something, you know, you can't be a sports fan that way. But I guess I want to end this on, listen, don't cry for me. I'm sure I talked about it when the Nuggets won the championship in a video here. I don't remember exactly what I said. I'm sure I talked about it. You know, the Avalanche winning the championship. You know, in a few days, this will fade. And it'll be exciting to see, you know, those teams play again. Nuggets have a better shot than the Avs, I think. But something about the NFL, again, just because it's the Super Bowl. You know, not everybody watched the NBA Finals. You know, it gets like 20 million views. Or, you know, that's a little high. 15 million views. That's a lot of fucking people. I mean, but 120 million people watch the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl will always have this cachet, this relevance that you're just not going to have. In the other sports. Like, Super Bowl 58 was yesterday, was the most watched TV program in American history. And, you know, I guess my payment for being lucky enough to see my team win it is to see all the teams I hate win it over and over and over and over again. I think a combined 6 Patriots and Chiefs Super Bowls is enough, okay? I think I paid enough for Super Bowl 50, all right? You know, just let us get back into playoffs at least. Jesus Christ. And Elway had to give them the trophy too. And if you're a 49ers fan, a friend of mine is, what do you even say? Just look in the mirror and just say, God hates us. Like, I think this is enough payment for the Jerry Rice, Joe Montana years. Like, got it. Message received. You can stop it now. But then the Buccaneers just come in, worst fucking team ever. They've won 2 Super Bowls. Hilarious. The Buccaneers winning will always be funny. Oh, that's 2 more. 34 to go. Going a little quicker than I expected, honestly. Don't jinx it. Yeah, so I don't know. My message is the NFL becoming more and more boring. Less and less parity. I mean, it'll always be better than European soccer. Like, in Germany, Bayern Munich might lose the German league for the first time in like 10 years. And I'm like 10 straight championships. Because that's fun. So, much better than that, obviously, but, you know. Hey, you know, if the NBA wants to start the Nuggets dynasty, though, I'm in. So, you know. I mean, especially in college sports, it's very much becoming a rich gets richer situation. And there's just schools that have the resources and the schools that don't. I mean, the only thing that keeps March Madness fun is in, you know, single elimination basketball, right? It's like anything can happen, you know, and it's fun, but, you know, that's kind of artificially constrained parity. It works, but it's like the least fair playoff system, but it's fun, because everybody just kind of accepts that it's a crapshoot. You know, usually a blue blood wins. Or not necessarily a blue blood, a top seed always wins. Just the question is which one, right? Is it, you know, who's it gonna end up being? You know, like last year, you know, UConn won again, despite, you know, it didn't necessarily, you know, 100% take away from what was a upset, crazy tournament. At the end of the day, they are the champs, and everybody else isn't. So, yeah, there you go. Sports. Again, the answer is, you know, why do you like sports? I feel things, oh, yeah, you're kind of a nerd. I didn't think you cared about sports. I mean, not so many reasons, but at the end of the day, it's because it's entertaining. and it's because of the emotional connection that I have with my teams. It's the reason I can't just, choose a European soccer team and just be like, I'm a Liverpool fan now. I don't. Well, what do I have to do about? I don't have anything to do with Liverpool, right? I don't. I've no relations with that city, to say the least. But I'm a fan of the Denver teams. This is where I'm from. This is where I grew up, even though a lot of people are constantly surprised by that. Which I know Comp brought this on their videos. Like, is that a thing? In the U.S., there's a lot more mobility, and people aren't rooted. In Europe, it's like my family's lived in, Schmierensburg for, the past 600 years and been going to the same little, Protestant church, right? But here in the U.S., it's like, my parents moved here in the 80s from Schmierensburg, Pennsylvania, which they named after Schmierensburg, Germany. So, especially in Colorado, people keep moving to Colorado because Colorado fucking rules. So there's a joke between people who are like, oh, I'm natives. I mean, I'll say I do take pride in, 3 out of my 4 grandparents were born in Colorado. That is true, as I think I mentioned this last time. That's not, not Native American levels, but, that is well above average levels of nativehood here in Colorado. Most people just moved here on their own, let alone their parents moved here and then had kids, And my one grandma who wasn't born in Colorado moved here when she was like 5 years old from New Jersey. So, yeah. This is my home, man. I've seen a few other places or cities that I, be happy living in for a bit, but it just would never feel, right, This is just feel deep down. This is where I belong. Feel it in my bones. We'll get those Kansas City motherfuckers. The only good thing to happen this football season. Okay, 2 good things. College game day came to Boulder. That was fun. Yeah, number 2, good thing. God, yeah, it's supposed to be said that Notre Dame Ohio State lost. That was unspeakably painful too. Oh, that was a depressing loss. So much pain this football season. But the Broncos did snap our 17-game losing streak against the Chiefs. So, we got one. We did it. Is everybody proud? So anyway, when we're rolling out JJ McCarthy, a quarterback next year, you can pray for us. My dad, he used to kind of be denied. It's like, listen, the Broncos, we're just like a winning organization. It's like, listen, the Commanders once upon a time were a winning organization. Everybody involved in the winning era of the Broncos is no longer involved with the Broncos. So, we are owed nothing. I don't know. I guess you need villains like the Chiefs because, God willing, if the Buffalo Bills or Dolphins or somebody breaks through and wins the Super Bowl, you know, it'll feel just as awesome as watching the Eagles get it done with Nick Foles. It'll be that level of cool. 34 to go. The most superb of owls. You know, because those are the moments, even if it's not directly your team, seeing a villain get toppled, an underdog rise, those are the things that truly make sports so much fun, so beautiful. Watching that happen. Like, thinking back on my list here, like, you know, the Cubs winning in 2016, the Nationals winning the World Series in 2019, the Washington Capitals finally winning the Stanley Cup. You know, even though they ended up becoming a powerhouse, but the first time, you know, Clemson and Georgia won in 30 years, wresting power away from Alabama, was awesome. So those are moments that keep you coming back. Keep you coming back. But hopefully it's another lengthy Nuggets and Avalanche postseason. I'm not really buying the Avalanche's chances, unfortunately. But they're still good, but I'm not sure they're Stanley Cup caliber. But who is? It's kind of the thing in hockey, you know. You just don't know. I mean, they're still quite good, and like they're gonna make the playoffs. That issue, and Nathan McKinnon should win MVP because he's a fucking boss. But you know, I don't know. You know, Chiefs are the best football player. Kansas City's home to the best football player in the world. Denver's home to the best basketball player in the world, and probably the second, maybe even the second, third best hockey players in the world. I think Connor McDavid wins in Edmonton. And then, you know, the best baseball player in the world is LA. That's also in the AFC West. Crazy. This women's basketball player in the world probably lives in Iowa City, Iowa. No, Caitlin Clark might be the one to get the WNBA Finals to 1 million viewers. She's awesome. She's going to break the scoring record. I saw some people, including one former legend Cheryl Swoops, thinking she's only going to do that because of the COVID year. This is only her 4th year, guys. Last time I checked, that's a standard college career, and I think she's actually going to play less games than Kelsey Plum, who is the current record holder. So shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. Sorry, as BTC would say. Oh, there we go. Bonus. Let's go. 3 vein. I was worried the whole nether might have been just torn to bits already, but we're truly in the corner of the world here. At least Boston hasn't won a championship in like 5 years. Thank God the Bruins and Celtics have come close, but holding it down. Boy, do I hate Boston. More than Kansas City, I hate Boston. I've never been to Boston, unlike Kansas City, but fuck Boston. That's all I have to say in the matter. The real ones, no. So I guess my parting message is rooting for sports teams is awesome. It's fun. There's going to be highs. There's going to be lows. It's okay. Just make sure it doesn't consume your life. You know, sports, at the end of the day, are supposed to be fun entertainment. And I'm lucky enough to have seen 3 different teams win championships from my city. You know, even if the Broncos never win another Super Bowl. You know, I was there. I was at the parade. Same with the Avalanche, the Nuggets. And, you know, this is why, even though I hate the Chiefs, I was asked her, like, did you lose your mind? The Chiefs won their first Super Bowl 4 years ago. The answer is I kind of didn't, because they hadn't won a Super Bowl in 50 years at that point. And I kind of think, even for the teams that I hate, you know, there are people in Kansas City, they should be Kansas City fans. They're not like lesser humans or something. It's ridiculous. A good friend of mine is Kansas City. He's a Chiefs fan. He's a St. Louis Blues fan because that's where he went to college, and, you know, they don't have hockey in Kansas City. He's mainly a hockey fan. But, you know, those people that spent 50 years rooting for their team, you should be able, I think, every 50 years to experience that championship joy. They could have stopped there. Could have stopped at 1. And now they got Taylor Swift and Popstar, 21 million viewers, and Nickelodeon. And, oh, man, I want somebody to knock them off their perch so badly. Anybody not named the Raiders or Patriots, do it. Do it. God, can we have a dynasty from a team I don't hate? Like, just give me a random fucking dynasty, all right? Where's the Bengals dynasty? Where's the fucking, I mean, oh God, I might even take the Cowboys at this point. Cowboys are probably number 4 just because of how fucking annoying it would be. Yeah, give me the Eagles dynasty. Why can't we have that? Packers dynasty, Rams dynasty. Anyway, we'll get there. Just like with the ancient debris. All right, I'll see everybody next time on Mindcrack. Bye.